give back by volunteering here.
All this food, and it's still not enough. Nationally, more than 50 million people need help getting food from charities like this one. Here in Connecticut, that's 1 in 8 people.
They're your neighbor, they're your friend, they could be your family.
Jason Jakubowski, Connecticut Food Share CEO, told us demand for their food jumped 23% last year. He expects another double-digit increase this year.
Are you seeing more people with higher incomes who need your help?
100%. Many of them come to us and say, I donated to you for years, and I never in a million years thought I would have to use this service.
What has changed?
A lot of economic unpredictability. They're scared about their cost of living is going to go up to. They're scared about what the price of eggs is going to be.
Chandra Kelsey's scared about her job. She works as a program director at the Yale School of Public Health and worries about continued government funding of universities such as hers.
We are trying to be very cognizant that it could be around the corner.
And in its own way, Connecticut Food Share is feeling food insecure. Government DOGE cuts last month slashed nearly $2 million from its food budget.
How do you replace that?
We don't. That's the problem.
Is there any hope here?
We still live in America. People always step up to the plate. It may not be enough food, but we're going to keep doing whatever we can to try to provide.
Provided to more families who never suspected their new worry is their next meal. I'm Mark Strassman in Wallingford, Connecticut.
Thanks for watching Kcal News at 9. Kcal News at 10 starts right now.
This is Kcal News, Los Angeles.
Now at 10, new video tonight that attorneys claim shows the start of the Eaton fire. Could this be the most convincing evidence yet?
Plus, an international student at UCLA detained by federal agents. We were on campus for a big rally tonight.
And will it be a soggy start to your weekend? Danny has your next weather forecast. Good evening, everyone. I'm Pat Harvey.
Hi, everyone. I'm Susie Sa, and this is Kcal News at 10. Some brand new video released for the first time tonight that could play a crucial role in the Eaton fire investigation.
In fact, attorneys for the families who lost their homes released it, and they say it shows a faulty Edison tower is to blame. Kcal News reporter Nicole Comstock live in Pasadena tonight with this new video. Nicole.
Yeah, those attorneys compiled 12 different witness videos, and without altering them, they say they simply just cleared up the video quality a little bit. Now they say they can see right there on camera molten material falling off a Kcal Edison power line and lighting the hillside on fire in Eaton Canyon. New video from the attorneys at LA Fire Justice gives us another look into the potential cause of the Eaton fire. They tell us they digitally enhanced a combination of 14 witness videos to make the video quality more clear. And it became apparent that between the first and second flashes of light seen at a decommissioned Kcal Edison tower, molten material moves downward onto the hills. 12 seconds later, they say the Eaton fire is seen burning the dry brush below. Here's another angle sped up. Attorneys say showing the second flash of light, then molten material falling down, and then the fire igniting.
Why did it start?
Attorney Michael Watts told people at a town hall meeting this video helps prove that the Eaton fire was caused by Kcal Edison equipment. Specifically, he claims it was how SCE deactivated an idle line back in 1971 that led to Altadena burning down.
Listen, you got regulations in this state. Where's the oversight? Where's the follow through? Where's the PUC? Where's the governor? Where's the insurance commissioner? Where are you? How did this happen again?
Legendary consumer advocate Erin Brockovich says she's felt the fury of these residents, having lost insurance on her California home too. She says enough is enough.
Somebody should step up to the plate and start taking some accountability.
Kcal Edison spokesperson Jeff Monfort told us in part, any videos related to the Eaton fire require careful analysis, and it would be premature to comment on these. The utility says it's committed to a thorough and transparent process.
It was very traumatic trying to get out of there. hoping that we didn't catch on fire.
Lori Hamberry lost her West Altadena home of 49 years. She says it's also upsetting that she never got an evacuation order.
The 80-mile-an-hour winds and the embers flying everywhere, and my husband's in a wheelchair, so I was trying to get him.
She's one of many people struggling to repair their lives, who came here to learn more about their potential options moving forward.
I was able to save our home with the help of my son. We had like 300 feet of hoses just all around the house. We haven't cleaned up yet.
And Kcal Edison told the LA Times last week it's possible that an idle, unconnected transmission line somehow re-energized out there, sparking the Eaton fire. And in response, they plan on hardening other idle transmission lines across their network. Reporting in Pasadena, Nicole Comstock, Kcal News.
Thanks, Nicole. Well, at UCLA tonight, campus leaders are confirming the feds have detained one of their international students, and tonight that news led to a protest on campus.
That's right. Kcal News reporter Tom Waite live tonight at the UCLA campus with the latest on these very fast-moving developments. Tom?
Yeah, Susie and Pat, there is a lot of fear on the UCLA campus from both students and faculty who say this is just one in a number of arrests that they've seen over the past few weeks by the Trump administration of non-citizen students, sometimes arrested or detained without any evidence or explanation. And they're wondering tonight why this student was arrested at the border. UCLA students and faculty rallying outside the chancellor's office, demanding action after a UCLA international student was detained at the San Isidro crossing as the student was coming back from Mexico, according to a university vice chancellor. UCLA Associate Professor of Political Science Graham Blair says the detention is chilling.
Last night around 9 p.m., a UCLA graduate student was attempting to cross the border from Mexico into the United States, and they were stopped by Customs and Border Patrol, who have now decided to detain them.
As the situation is being sorted out, UCLA faculty says there is real fear among international students. They could be swept up by federal agents.
I have to talk to my students who are non-citizens every day, and they're terrified. And I'm terrified for them because of the capricious nature of U.S. immigration policy right now. They don't know when they're going to be picked up in the middle of the night. They don't know when they're going to be forced from their classroom.
I'm incredibly worried right now. I think this is unprecedented. I study the history of race and the law. I don't think we've seen something quite as lawless as this administration.
UCLA was the scene of violence a year ago when a pro-Palestinian encampment was attacked. The Trump administration has revoked hundreds of visas of international students involved in protests like this. The administration says students who are guests in this country should be removed if they encourage what they say is violence or anti-Semitism. UCLA students fear more arrests and detentions could be ahead.
I'm here because what's happening is fundamentally wrong. It's against what our country was founded on. We're founded on a country of immigrants.
So, of course, the big question tonight is why? Why did this happen? Well, we reached out to Customs and Border Protection to get more information. We were told that they would look into the case, but even if they could identify who the person was, they told us because of privacy restrictions, there was very little information that they could release. Reporting live on the UCLA campus, I'm Tom Waite, Kcal News.
All right, Tom, thank you so much. Police in the Inland Empire have arrested a man they say is responsible for a series of sexual assaults all over Southern California.
And Kcal News assignment editor Mike Rogers at the desk now. Mike, they accuse this man of meeting victims on dating apps.
Yeah, Pat and Susie, they do. They accuse him of meeting them on dating apps, then chatting with them on Snapchat before allegedly sexually assaulting them in his car.